Shalom, everybody. Welcome to Miramar.
Ekele unu ndawanje mwana kenu kunu mere almam nunu dema. Thank you for being with us here on Marama. If today is your first time watching our videos, you're welcome. Today we are going to be talking about things you need to do before traveling to an African country. Okay, this is mostly for those that have never been to an African country before. They don't live there, but they want to visit. What are the things that they need to do? What are the things they need to know? What are the things they need to bring with them? This is what today is about.
So, number one is research the country that you're going to. That's very important. You want to know the culture and the surroundings of the country that you're going into. Like, for instance, when I first came into Nigeria, I researched all about Nigeria. I researched the culture, the lifestyle, the things that they ate, and I also researched the places that I wanted to go. Those are very important. You need to know all about the country that you're going into.
I agree with that, actually. Yes, before you even go to any country at all, make sure you research. And not just research, that gets us to number two. Number two, you need to also research the cities. Right? So even if you say you want to come to Nigeria, for example, you need to research the cities in Nigeria or any other country you want to go to. For example, you research Lagos, you research Abuja, you research some cities you want to visit. You're like, okay, I want to go to this city, I want to go to that city, I want to go to that city. Research that city and know the tourist places you need to visit in those cities.
Number three is that you need to apply for a passport and also apply for your visa depending on which African country you are going to. But understand that every African country, you don't need a visa. So make sure you get those arrangements in order and every other thing that's required for entering into the country.
I agree, but you know, it's not just the visa and the passport that is necessary. Some countries you require other documents too. So they're also going to get the documents. For example, some places you need a yellow card. Right? Yeah. Some places you need other things. So yeah, so when you get your visa, you get your passport, make sure you also check if there are other requirements that you need, so you don't get to the airport and they will send you back.
Number four, you need to set up a guide to help you navigate around the country. But not only help you navigate around the country, you need to have somebody to show you how to operate in the country, such as your living expenses, you know, how to buy food, how to buy clothes, to get the best hotel deals, to arrange your rides to each place that you're going to, and every other situation that's going on in the country, the guide can assist you with. So it's very important that before you get to the country, arrange yourself a guide. And I would even go farther to say, make sure you have more than one, at least 3 or 4 different guides in case one disappoints you. You have another one already lined up.
That is only if you do not get a guide that is paid for. Maybe you have a professional guide, then maybe that's okay. But if you're having a friend or colleague or somebody that knows you as a guide, then you need to have 3 or 4. I agree.
Yes.
The next thing that you need to know or do is budget your fund. This one is a little tricky because you need so many things. Number one, you need to know the exchange rate of the country you're going to. I remember you were asking me about the exchange rate of Nigeria and the States. Yes, that's true. You get to have the exchange rate to know what the exchange is, both officially and then the one you get in the black market. Now, if you know that, it's going to help you in budgeting. Some people will say, okay, I want to travel with $2,000 or $3,000 or 2,000 pounds. If you know the exchange rate, you now know how much you're coming into the country with. Now, when you know the exchange, you need to come with both cash and your card. The reason is this: when you're coming into the country, have more of the money in cash. Maybe $2,000, you're planning $2,000. Then maybe like 1,800 or 1,500 should be in cash. Have it in cash, and then have the other one in your card. But please don't forget your card in your home country. Okay, come with your card in case of extra expenses that you need to do. Whenever you come here, you can always find a way to get money out and do that. And one more thing aside that, this is just a bonus tip, okay? Try to hide your money, keep it safe. Don't just when you get the money, keep it safe. Yes.
I was about to say the same thing. I was like, make sure you tell them to hide the money, right?
Okay.
Okay, now to number 6. Make sure you photocopy and scan all your important documents that you're coming into the country with, like your passport and any of your IDs that you're coming into the country with. Any other important information that you bring it, photocopy and scan it
Like
off.
your flight itinerary too.
Your flight itinerary also, yes. And just don't make one copy, make an extra copy, you know. So in that case, you will have a copy on you. You will have a copy back at the, in your bags that you may leave at the hotel while you're out traveling about the country. So in that case, if anything gets lost, you have your original documents with you, or you also have an extra copy.
Okay, and not just a photocopy. I think they should also scan them to have it a soft copy on their phones or their laptops, wherever, so that you can always have it handy. Let's say the paper one is lost. You still have it on your phone. You can always get into a computer center and then get it another photocopy, right?
Right.
Now, the next thing you should have in mind when wanting to visit an African countries is the power adapters. The adapters here, the sockets here and the ones over in the country that you're using might not be the same. So ask questions. Find out what the country you're going, how the socket is. Some sockets are 2, some sockets are 3, some sockets are different ways. So get a power adapter. You can also get a power bank to charge your phones and some other things, and get you a power adapter that fits into the country's sockets. That way you are not going to be confused, or when you get here you will not be able to charge your appliances, okay? Your phones, your laptop, and basic other things you came with. You should be able to charge them when you have a power adapter. Find out the country's power adapter so you get the right one for you.
Yes, now I also had an experience in that area myself. When I first came to Nigeria, I didn't know about buying the correct adapters for Nigeria. So when I got to Nigeria, I couldn't charge my phone, I couldn't charge my laptop, I couldn't use my urn, I couldn't do anything. And then we had to run all over Nigeria for like 3 or 4 hours looking for a power adapter.
I'm sorry about that, but now you know it. So please remember, get a power adapter that fits into what you want. Else yeah.
Number 8, you want to make sure you.
That's Sarah. Oh, number 8. Okay, sorry. Now number 8.
You ready? Okay, now to number 8. You want to make sure you pack snacks. Pack all your goodies. Pack as many as you can, for that matter, and bring them on over with you, because when you enter into the country, remember that you're not used to eating the food, the local food that they have here. So bring you some snacks along with you to chow down on, and just to keep you full here and there until you get used to the food that's around you.
That does not mean that you should not eat the food here.
Right. The food is delicious now.
But all the same, I agree. You should pack snacks, because that's going to help you. The food here might be too spicy for you. You're not used to it. It can upset your stomach and stuff like that. So you can always have something to snack on in between while you're still getting used to the food here. That's true. I agree. Yes.
And also number 9, make sure you visit your local phone service provider before exiting the country. That's very important, because you want to make sure you go and see if they have a long distance plan for the country that you're entering into, so that way you don't be overcharged when you get into the country.
Like data roaming.
Yeah, like data roaming and things to that nature.
You need to switch that off.
Yes.
If you get to the country, you use Wi-Fi and other ways, because if you don't do that, you're going to be charged ridiculously. I had that experience when I was in China. When I was going to China, I had my data roaming here in Nigeria, and I went to China. Within I think I had about 3,000 naira in my accounts. Within 2 hours of calls, I answered 2 calls. The money finished, and then they started charging me even more. I didn't know. I didn't know it was. So whenever you're traveling to any country, go to the service provider and find out if there is a way to give you an international They provide a data style for you. I don't know how you guys do it over there, wherever country you're coming from. Try and find out so that you don't do that. And please don't come here and use data to take up calls that are international, because it's going to charge you a lot. If possible, when you get into the country, buy a SIM card of that country so that you'll be able to make some calls at least.
Yes. Or even if you want, when you come into the country, you can check and see if you can perhaps get a local phone. Sometimes that will help also.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. Number 10. Wow, we've already gotten to number 10 already. Number 10 is you should pack some medicines, okay? I'm not saying you're going to get sick, but because the environment you are coming to is not something you were used to, things could happen. You could get a flu because of, like, for example, in Nigeria, it could be dusty and your nose can be blocked. I remember when my husband came into Nigeria last year, right?
Yes.
And his nose was blocked. He couldn't breathe for days. But he was lucky. He came in with some drugs, some vitamin C's and other things to help him. So pack some drugs, basic drugs. I'm not saying you should pack everything you have in your house. Something like something for stomach upsets, okay? Something for headaches, like your Tylenol or what do you call it? Huh? Advil, yeah. You guys know the names. We don't have those things here. So get some of them. There's another one you guys call. What's the other one that you get for headaches and pains?
Relief.
Yeah, something, you see, relief. So get that, get some pain relievers, some vitamins, some supplements, some of these things. Put them in your bag just in case you get the need to use them. That does not mean that you're going to get sick. I'm hoping you don't, but even if you do, you have a safety measure, right? And this is a bonus tip. Should I tell them the bonus tip?
Yes.
The bonus tip is research about the laws of the country you are going into. Yes. Now, I'm saying that this is bonus because, yes, I just love it too much. Please research the law of the country you want to go into. I'm not saying you should go and read the constitution of the, of the country. No, you don't need that. Just go to the websites of the country you're going to. Maybe let's say their travel or their agency, their airline thing, and then find out things you need to, that they restrict you from coming into it, or the things that you can come into the country with. Because sometimes during the check-in, they can find something in your bag and they say, oh, this is illegal, and take you to prison. You told me a story about somebody. What was that story you told me about somebody that was jailed because of something? What was that?
Yes, it was a guy. He was going international. He was going into Russia and coming back. Although this is not Africa, but this is just an example, right? He was going into Russia, and he was coming back out actually, but he was still in their borders, and he had one bullet in his bag, and they stopped him, searched his bag, and found the bullet, and then locked him up in prison. And they said it was going to give him over 5 years for one bullet.
Just imagine that. Now, in the US or some other countries, having bullets in your bag is not a crime, right? But some places, Nigeria, you cannot come into Nigeria with a bullet. They'll be like, you want to go kill somebody? It's a crime. So please research the laws of the country you're going into. There are basic things that, they do here. So research it, find out about it, ask questions. That's the best way to know about it. Ask questions. You can ask us, send us a message. The email to send us a message is in the description box. Send us a message and ask us one or two things about Nigeria, for example. We're going to help you out with it. So research, find out, so that you're not going to have issues. And I'm hoping with this 10 points with the bonus, you are going to be able to visit any African country of your choice and have fun, just like my husband finally came to Nigeria and he got stuck.
But I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you going?
No.
You staying?
I'm going to stay.
He's not going anywhere again. No. He's staying. Alright, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Join us again next time as we talk about something else. This channel is a fun to be channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, okay? If you enjoyed our video, subscribe to this channel, share the video because somebody else will need it. And this is where I say goodbye.
And blessings and shalom.